It's a symbol recognized by millions, a figure that has graced some of the world's most iconic cars for over a century. But behind the polished silver lies a story most people have never heard. A story of forbidden love, sacrifice, and secrets kept for a lifetime. The Spirit of Ecstasy isn't just a mascot, it's a reflection of the lives that shaped it, a story of two people brought together by fate and torn apart by the world they lived in. She whispers, "But can you hear her story?" Eleanor Thornton wasn't meant to be remembered. Born to modest beginnings, she was a secretary in a world that didn't look twice at women like her. But Eleanor had something rare, an elegance that spoke louder than words. And one man listened, Lord Montagu, an aristocrat with a passion for motoring. Their love was quiet, hidden in corridors and stolen glances, but it came with a heavy cost. In 1903, Eleanor became pregnant with Montagu's child. Knowing their relationship could never be known, they made a painful decision. The baby would be adopted at birth. For just a brief moment, Eleanor held her newborn daughter, Joan, before handing her to Montagu. "Never again mention the baby's name," she whispered, her voice heavy with heartbreak. Eleanor never saw her daughter again. But Montagu, despite the secrecy, couldn't fully let go. He arranged for Joan to be cared for first by a retired sergeant from his regiment, and later by a doctor and his wife. Over the years, Montagu visited her in secret, known only as Uncle John, while supporting her from a distance. Their time together could have simply faded into the past, but destiny had other plans. In December 1915, Eleanor and Montagu were aboard the SS Persia, sailing through the Mediterranean. A torpedo struck, sinking the ship in minutes. Eleanor, along with hundreds of others, was lost to the sea. Montagu survived, but her absence left a void he carried for the rest of his life. Wherever he went, she was with him, in spirit, in memory. Eleanor's whispers might have faded into history, but long before her life was tragically cut short, Charles Sykes had already preserved her spirit. Inspired by her quiet strength and elegance, he sculpted her as the Whisper. With flowing robes and a finger to her lips, she captured a timeless beauty that defied her modest beginnings. Later, she became the Spirit of Ecstasy, the guiding light of every Rolls-Royce, a symbol of ambition and artistry that continues to inspire. Eleanor Thornton's life began in whispers, but her legacy became a symphony. She reminds us that the extraordinary often starts in silence. And you? What might you create if you dared to listen to the quietest parts of yourself? Because inspiration doesn't shout, it whispers. And those whispers, they have the power to change the world. The Spirit of Ecstasy's journey isn't just about progress. It's also a reminder of the people and emotions that brought her to life. At the heart of this emblem lies a story that's as profound as the figure itself, a story of love, courage, and an unexpected tragedy. Montagu's survival was almost cinematic, like something out of a movie where the hero barely escapes. But this wasn't fiction, it was life, with all its raw, unpredictable, and unfiltered. While recovering in Malta, Montagu read reports of his own death in London papers, a bizarre and almost absurd moment during such a tragic chapter. But even as he lived on, he carried the weight of Eleanor's absence, a loss he could never fully speak of. And yet, Eleanor was never truly gone. For the rest of his life, Montagu traveled with her in spirit, her likeness leading the way on his Rolls-Royce. Montagu displayed the Whisper on every Rolls-Royce he owned until his death, as if carrying with him a piece of the woman who shaped his life. This spirit of innovation is deeply rooted in the story of the figurine itself. From its very first days in 1911, every single figurine was cast, marked, and hand-finished by Charles Sykes himself. When his daughter Josephine took over in 1928, she continued this precise tradition until the outbreak of war in 1939. Every icon has a story, and the Spirit of Ecstasy is no different. Before she became the stylish mascot we know today, Rolls-Royce imagined a figure that would stand for speed with silence, absence of vibration, the mysterious harnessing of great energy, a beautiful living organism of superb grace like a sailing yacht. These words, found in a letter from Rolls-Royce to John Montagu, describe their dream, not just for a car, but for a symbol of art and progress. These words reveal something meaningful about true ambition. It's not just about strength or speed, it's about finding balance, power with control, beauty with purpose. Like the mascot herself, real greatness doesn't shout. It quietly makes an impression that lasts. The letter went on to explain how Sykes designed his graceful little goddess. He imagined her as the spirit of ecstasy, who chose road travel as her ultimate joy, resting on the front of a Rolls-Royce to enjoy the fresh air and the soft sound of her flowing drapes. Her name was more than just a title. It was an idea. It painted a picture of a world where machines weren't just tools, but expressions of artistry and progress. Fast forward to today, and the process is still a fascinating combination of tradition and innovation. The Spirit of Ecstasy stands on top of the Spectre, Rolls-Royce's first electric car, as a lasting symbol of art and progress. This journey was certainly about an iconic car or the figure on its hood. It's foremost about the stories and memories that give life meaning. So what do you think? What part of this story stayed with you? Was it the timeless craftsmanship, the bittersweet love, or the way we adapt to loss? Let me know in the comment section below. And if you enjoyed this video, why not give that like button a tap? And while you're here, subscribing might just be the best way to make sure you don't miss what's next. And if this one wasn't quite your cup of tea, maybe give us a second chance. This channel has a way of surprising people in the best way. Thanks for watching, and see you soon in the next video.